Hi everyone, it's Kyndal. Shout out to all of our listeners here on Smash FM.
Welcome everyone here to the Smash Evening Show right here on Smash FM here on a Saturday. Of course, let's head across to our friends over in the US in particular because it's great to have this music artist on the show because she's got her new single, The Voice, is out right now. Of course, her name's Kyndal. She joins us right now. Thanks, Kyndal, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Will. How are you?
Yeah, good day. Very good. And yourself?
I'm doing really well. I'm doing really awesome. It's been raining in Nashville, so actually crazy enough, my entire basement flooded a couple days ago.
Oh,
Um, so that was crazy, but you know, everything is working out and it's all dried up now. They took the pumps and they like did all the things that they needed to do. So I am clinging on to April showers brings May flowers right now.
talk a bit about your new release, which is The Voice. Tell us a
Yeah.
bit about that.
Basically, The Voice is an inner monologue of mine where I think it's really just dedicated to the people who may struggle with the way that their brains or their heads speak to them. I think that it's really easy, especially as a creative, to be, you know, really self-deprecating sometimes. And so this was kind of a song personifying the voice in my head and really just telling it to like go away and to shut it off and to basically just like kill any um negative thoughts that I was holding about myself. So it was very much just a releasing, surrender type of song.
One thing I noticed, which I guess it's really relatable to a lot of people, including myself, is that obviously, as you mentioned, there's a lot of people that have these negative thoughts in their minds and they're trying to get rid of it. I guess where did it all start? Where was the inspiration to write this song?
That's a good question. So really, like my whole entire life, I think, mostly in like my teenage years to now in my later 20s, um, I just really struggled with the way that I would talk to myself. And I realized like what I was speaking to myself was actually like coming to fruition. Like it was like, it's like there's been studies where if you speak to plants in a negative way, they like blossom and grow. And if you speak to them in a or in a positive way, they blossom and grow. And if you speak to them in a negative way, they die. And that's kind of like that was the inner monologue in my brain. It was just like always this, you can be better, you can do this. I was just really critical and hard on myself. And so I got into the studio. The melody kind of just like popped in my head and the sentiment of the song as well. And so I hit up one of my friends, Robin, and it was just her and me. And Robin Delunto couldn't have done this without her. She's amazing. I love her. And I kind of just like spilled my guts of like where my heart was, where my headspace was. And we like knocked this song out. And it was just all of my vulnerabilities like bottled into one and just a goodbye to these honestly just very crippling and hindering feelings for myself. Does that make sense?
Yeah. How's the reaction been like to the song?
So it's actually like streaming better than the last few songs that I've released, which is amazing and all great, but lots of prayers about like, hey, just let this reach whoever it needs to reach. And so I think that the feedback has been really powerful and it's making the impact that it's supposed to make. So I'm just trusting the process in that.
So have you got any upcoming gigs or tours coming up for this song?
So I just got off the road in February. But Yes, I am releasing new music every single, hopefully, this is a soft every single, but every single month this year. So I've just been sitting on so much music and I'm really ready to just let it go. Um, it's about, new things, old things, all the things. So, yeah, that's kind of what's coming up for me. Hopefully, this is all in hopes of doing a headlining tour of my own, my very first headlining tour, hopefully by next year, So I'm really excited, working my way towards that. Yeah, so that's what we've got for Kindle.
Have you had any reactions from overseas?
Not that I know of. I haven't really like I try to let a song do what it needs to do
Yeah.
for like at least a month or two, you know? And like not dive too deeply into it because the last thing I want is for like the voice in my head to like come back and me like compare myself or streams or whatever. But I hope it's reached across the seas, you know? Obviously, we're doing this interview right now. So like have you listened to it? Do you like it?
I do. I do. Definitely
Amazing.
do. Because
I
it's
love
very
it.
relatable. It's very, very relatable.
Thank
So,
you.
um,
I'm glad that you could find maybe some comfort in it. So,
our Australian listeners are dying to know, when are you hopefully coming down to the land down under?
oh wow. Well, hey, as soon as you'll have me, you know what I mean? Let's make it happen. I would love, I've actually been touring, or not touring, I've actually just been traveling. Um, so I just got back from Ireland and London. That's not Australia, but I've never been like outside of North America before. And I literally just got back like a week ago. So any opportunity to travel and to even to play, to do whatever, you let me know I'm there.
Okay, we'll see what we can do for you there.
Yeah, come on,
Um,
come on.
I got the first, follow you music when I watched The Voice, which I think was last year or the year before. How much did that change your life in regarding to your music journey?
So the voice, oh my gosh. So that was in like 2019, I think, for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it was actually a really long time ago. Um, and I'm really grateful for the journey. I really, really am. I mean, I was young and I don't think I was like completely developed as an artist yet, you know. I didn't really have like the confidence yet. So it really taught me that. I was really grateful for that opportunity because it taught me what I like, what I don't like. And yeah, so it did change my life in ways. Obviously, like it gave me a lot of momentum or traction. Like shortly after that, I signed a publishing deal. And then, um, since then I've had some really big moments on the internet, which has been awesome. I did some things with, the Songhouse. I've been on 3 North American tours. Just featured on, I mean, a lot has happened since The Voice, you know what I mean? So I'm really grateful for my independent artistry at this time, and what I've achieved in that. I've been writing with some really cool people. I actually just released a song I was featured on a song with John Foreman from Switchfoot. Um, yeah, so it's been really cool. I'm sure it's changed my life in a lot of ways. But all of these like achievements or, they're all just steps on the way to like a bigger journey. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful.
Now, obviously, you were on the show that obviously Blake got blocked on
Yeah,
the
he
Voice.
did.
When did you realize he got blocked, and were you hoping to have him as a coach?
I think I always knew and gravitated more towards Gwen Stefani. So if I'm being completely honest, um, I mean, I know I like live in Nashville and it's like country and like all the things, but I really appreciated Gwen's like authenticity. So I wanted to learn from her.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that she blocked Blake because maybe it, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he could have like persuaded me in a different direction. But yeah, I'm glad with who I got.
Yeah. Do you still keep in contact with Gwen?
I don't. I mean, she's doing her thing and I'm doing my thing, you know what I mean? So whole whole shebang.
You mentioned that you've got music coming out very soon. Obviously, we've just mentioned about The Voice. So,
Yeah.
when are you releasing your next one? You mentioned that you're going to release one every single month this year. So, obviously, we're in a new month of April.
We are in a new month. It will probably be towards the end of the month. In fact, it's going to be at the end of the month. I don't have an exact release date for you yet, but um, yeah, it's called, well, I cannot disclose what it's called yet because we haven't started pushing it yet, but it's coming soon.
Ooh, okay.
Nail biter, cliffhanger.
Yeah. All right. I'm looking forward to that when sometime this month in particular.
Yeah, sometime this month, and then there will be another one, and then there will be another one. I'm excited.
I'm assuming it's gonna happen before Easter in 2 weeks.
Probably after Easter.
Ooh, okay.
After Easter.
Fair enough. Uh, so where did the love of music start for you? And what does it mean now?
That's a good question. Um, I think that music is such a universal thing that, it holds many meanings to me. And I think that can change many times throughout a season of my life. I think that sometimes it's a way to get big emotions and vulnerabilities out. I think sometimes it's a way to heal. I think sometimes it's a bridge that connects me with others going through similar things. It's a way to speak to my higher power. It's a way of communicating through feeling. Like it's a lot of things to me, but I think it constantly and has always like acted as a safe place for me to go to, like no matter where my headspace or my heart is at. It's this like cozy little blanket that I go to and I can just like empty. And it's like this unconditional void. You know what I mean? Like you just let it go and it's like it just catches all of those things for me. Um and I think that that's been fairly consistent throughout my whole entire life of it just being a safe place for me. And hopefully other people can venture to the same safe space and like relate to what I'm putting out into it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do you prefer songwriting or performing? As silly as that question sounds.
So I can't choose what I like more.
Yeah.
Because again, it's like different parts of me, you know what I mean? Like without the music, without the melodies, without the lyrics, without the performance, like I don't know, something would feel like it was missing. I
Mm.
think that doesn't mean that I don't get on a stage and I'm like for the first song or the first 5 seconds, like I think I'm gonna like fall di and die sometimes, but um but yeah, I think that a song cannot really be like as powerful as you want it to be until it's out in the ether and out in the world, and then you get to perform it. I love that part.
Okay, so you pretty much just answered my next question about what's the most rewarding part. Is it songwriting or performing? So you've just answered that part for me. So
Yeah.
I need to ask this. Do you have any short or long term goals in music?
Also a really good question. And as a songwriter, as like a creative, I think so deeply into questions like that. And so this might sound a little bit like, I don't know, just it might be deeper than what you're looking for, but I'm a deep human. So, um, like the path never really looks the way that you think it's gonna look. And sometimes like you'll be walking and you can't even see 2 inches in front of your face, and you're like, what's going on? So, I think that the foundation and the rooting system of which you're operating is the most important part. For me specifically, like I've always wanted to be a singer and a songwriter and a performer. Like there's never ever been anything else that I've ever wanted to be. And I see myself reaching as many people as I possibly can and like inspiring them to be the best versions of themselves. But
Mm,
that is alongside me becoming the best version of myself.
mm,
Like, of course, I hope, of course, it'd be so awesome if I was like selling out arenas and, had all the accolades along the way. But I think out of experience, like fixating on one common goal, I think it can be really harmful and ultimately like meaningless if your heart is not in the right space to like receive it. Does that make sense?
yeah, absolutely.
I know I keep saying that. Like, does that make sense? Because I'm rambling, but like, it's, I think that the path changes often. And I think that's why it's so important that we don't find our identity in what we do. We find our identity in who we are? So,
I guess I did mention you kind of answered it before, but what is the most rewarding part of being in music?
yeah, no, that's a great question. And I think the reciprocity of, so, okay, I'll give you the whole picture. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm experiencing some big emotion, some crazy thing. I'm like, okay, I need to get this out. I write it down, I sing it, I go to the studio, I record it, I like I fellowship with the people that I'm recording it with and singing it with in the room. And then I release it into the ether. And then there's like X amount of people that are like, oh my gosh, I feel this whole entire way. I feel the same way. So then they come to your show, and it's that moment where I'm singing and then hearing other people like feeling and experiencing the same emotion with me and being just as like filled as I am. It's the community aspect of everything. I was just on tour. I had this girl. She was like 10, 11 years old, like, and she just came. Okay. And I was not, that's like not usually the age group that comes to my shows.
Yeah.
And she comes up to me in the beginning before like any of it, before I start singing, and she's like with her dad, and they're like, we're here for you. Like, we love you. Your songs have like helped us through all these things. And I'm singing, and on the last song, like she's in the front row, she's like sitting like just stunning, like just staring and knows every single word. And like there's just a fulfillment in that,
Mm,
you know?
yeah.
She feels seen and I feel seen.
Mm. And I guess following on from that, then, how special to have, you know, and you mentioned that it's not really demographic of people that come to your shows, but to hear that from, I guess, a child or even like a young teenager like that to go, you've technically inspired me to with through your music.
No, it's amazing. It's the best feeling in the world because you're not only validated for like, I, it's just, it's the best.
Mm,
Sometimes it's not the best because maybe you wrote like a song, like I had this song called Honest that came out, and it like impacted and reached a lot and a lot and a lot of people. And I'll get DMs, and like it's weighty sometimes because you have somebody reach out to you and they're like, "Hey, this song saved my life." You're like, "Whoa, that's really heavy." And I love that, and that is amazing, and I'm so happy that you're here. So sometimes, but it feeds me. It keeps me doing what I do because that's why I do it. I want people to feel seen. I want people to feel heard and acknowledged in whatever they're going through.
what will be your advice to people that should get involved in music?
I would say that my advice to other creatives and really anybody that is listening would be to keep going in the direction of where you're trying to go, to not lose sight of who you are in the process of that. Like I said earlier, like I think it's easy to find our identities in what we do. And that's such a lie that's been circulating around culture. Like we are not our gifts. We are who we become. So I would really just implore people to never, especially creatives, like never squeeze within the confines of what you think society wants you to be. Like relevancy does not even come close to your authenticity. And keeping to yourself and being who you are and authentic to yourself will pay off in the long run, um, in longevity. And it might take more time to get to where you want to get, but you're going to get there and be like, oh my gosh, I did this the right way. So stay true to who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, living in the music city in Nashville,
Yeah.
Tennessee, is your dream to perform at the Grand Opry?
At the Grand Ole Opry. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. That would be amazing. Um, I've been there many times, not as a performer, but yeah, I think that that would be awesome. I hope to one day.
Mm.
Just like but I'm really sold. I really want to play the Ryman. That's like a bucket list item for
Mm.
me. I want to play the Ryman.
Okay. Have you been to the Ryman?
Yeah, it's stunning. It's just amazing.
I agree with that. Completely agree with that. I've been
Have
to
you
Nashville,
been?
I've been to the Ryman, so yes, I
Yeah, it's
completely agree
amazing,
with that.
right?
Oh yeah, I'll love to go back there again. I'll put it.
Well, when I play there, I'll get you tickets.
Okay.
I
I'll
don't
let
know
you
when
know.
that'll be
I'll
yet,
let you
but
know
it'll
when I
happen.
come over.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Is there any other places that you've performed or haven't performed yet, other than those two, that you want to go back to again?
That I want to go back to again. I will say it's a smaller, more intimate venue. I do love intimate venues because everybody's, you just get to like interact with everyone.
Yep.
But my favorite venue to date is Cat's Cradle in North Carolina. The
Ah,
Cat's Cradle, if you haven't been, is in Carborough, North Carolina. I've played there twice. Favorite venue ever.
okay.
Yes. And I love um the Brooklyn Bowl here in Nashville. I would play that again as well.
Yes. Yes, I love the Brooklyn Bowl as well.
Yes.
Yes, I've
You
been
can
there before
bowl while you listen
myself.
to awesome music. It's amazing.
It is. It definitely is. Uh, two venues that you've mentioned I've been to and I love it on both of
Oh
them.
yeah.
So
Okay. Wait, have you been to Cat's Cradle?
no.
Oh, if you can get to North Carolina, you gotta go.
Okay. I've been to NC, but I haven't been to that part of NC.
Okay.
So
Evening Muse in Charlotte is really cool too.
okay. Yeah, no, I haven't been to Charlotte either. Been to Raleigh, North Carolina, but not to Charlotte. So
I love it.
we'll finish with two final ones, which is how can people follow you on the socials and follow your music on their favorite music streaming services?
So on Instagram, it is Kyndal, Kyndal, and then I just changed it to just Kindle, Kyndal, but it used to be Kindle Inskeep with
Uh-huh.
an INSKEEP. So Kindle Inskeep is my Instagram handle. We're changing that. So you can just find me at KYNDAL everywhere.
Ah, okay.
So that's how you can find me.
The first one
Yeah.
is, do you have a pre-performance superstition, ritual, or routine? Firstly,
Yes. Yeah, I do.
yes.
Um, Absolutely I do. So on tour, every time on tour, right before you gotta do the prayer. We always pray, but before that, it's scientifically proven that if you scream at the top of your lungs,
Yes, I know this. Yes.
it removes like all the anxiety from your body. Like it physically, like I don't know what happens, but it just does. So we scream, like blood curdling, go to the car, scream my head off, scream. Yes. Every time, every single time. So
This is not my second part of that question, but I'm going to use it as a follow up, which is, when you do it, do you get people with weird like reactions like, "Why the heck are you screaming?"
we thought about that before we did it. Okay. And we actually will go into the car, lock the doors, like make sure nobody's around. And then we scream at the top of our lungs in the car. So like nobody can hear me, you know? So it works every single time. We love it. Or if there's a basement in the venue, we'll go down there. But mostly it's the Denali that we go into. So
Okay, the actual second part of that question I was going to ask is: have you ever forgotten a lyric to a song, and how have you tried to cover it up?
I tell on myself a lot. Um, I don't mean to, but I just do. So yes, absolutely, several times. And like I'll like recover and like maybe try and put another word or lyric or whatever. Like nobody would know. Like I'm pretty good at like covering it up in the moment, but I always tell on myself at the end. Like there was this one time on my past tour where I was singing this song that's also going to come out this year. And it was like a big part and I had forgotten the last lyric to the last line. And so I said a different line. And then at the end I was like, yeah, that wasn't the right line. Like I just completely folded and told on myself. So, absolutely. But yeah, if you're one of those people that like beats yourself up for doing that, don't because everybody does it. And I think it adds character to what you're doing.
Kyndal, thank you so much for getting up some of your time to join us. It's awesome having you on the show. Can't wait to see your new release coming up sometime in the next 25 days. Um,
Yeah,
and
it's gonna be,
and hopefully we'll get you back on the show again to talk a bit about that one.
yeah, that would be amazing.
And yeah, hopefully we get you down here in the land down under, here in Australia, sometime
I
soon.
hope so too. I really hope so too. I really have to work on my Australian accent because it's terrible. It's horrendous. But I will do that before I come, okay? Thank you so much, Will. I hope you have the best day ever, okay?
And that's Kyndal. They're joining us there, of course. As I mentioned, The Voice is currently on it right now because that's the single, not the show. So that
That too, though, the single too.
yeah. Because you can listen to that on your favorite music streaming services right now. So get onto that, and of course, check it, and of course, keep up to date with her. Hopefully, her next one through her socials or on your favorite streaming services as well. There's more on the Smash Evening Show right after this. Don't go away. Here on the 15th year celebration.
Hi, everyone. It's Kyndal. Shout out to all of our listeners here on Smash FM.